Hey down, this is Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into Taehyung and him dating to have kids. Is he dating now? And when will he have kids? I want to talk about all this and give my opinions on everything. I also want to talk about being bisexual and all that. Rosé from Blackpink has been spotted on a date by paparazzi, so I wanted to talk about that and what is going on with this. And so grab your dumpling, a tea spilling mug merch, and let's jump into the tea. If you're new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, I'd like to be first, leave your hate comment. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also, and you'll be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. The first thing I want to get into is what is going on with Taehyung. Taehyung has mentioned many times in the past just how much he loves kids and all that. We know from comments he has said in the past where he has referenced wanting to see BTS members' kids and all that. We know that he loves kids and treats them very well from the times where BTS has had kids on set and during performances. I love how kind he is, and for the longest time I was in love with how he treated children, because many idols definitely do not treat kids kindly, and not to say they're mean to kids, although some are, but they just don't really react to kids being on set. And it's not something that they make a huge effort to make the kids feel comfortable on set. A lot of idols are more like, let me do my job and then leave. Whereas Taehyung even sends gifts to these kids when they leave the set to make sure they felt loved and had a good time. As an adult, we even like to have gifts on top of being paid, and kids don't really care about money, so gifts are definitely a way to make it feel like the work they did was worth it, if that makes sense. People for a long time, due to this treatment of kids, felt like maybe Taehyung, was already married or dating to have kids, or even has kids in general and is hiding that from us. Taehyung has talked about how many kids he wanted, which is 3, if not 5, so he definitely wants a big family. People believe he has started dating a long time ago to pursue this passion of his to have a big family. He has stated if he wasn't famous, he would have a simple life in a farm somewhere, and people believe that there is a possibility that he could be dating someone from a farm town where he grew up, or maybe his parents set him up with someone, who knows. I don't think he would actually date someone from a small town. If I'm going to be honest, I do think he would date someone who is already famous, because I feel like he is misunderstood a lot, and what is going to make him more understood is being with someone who doesn't understand the industry. Now, while Taehyung has flirted a lot with people, it has been quote-unquote verified that he has not been dating, but it has also been verified that he wants many kids. People even went further than this to talk about his possible preferences. A lot of people think that Jungkook and Taehyung have been dating for a long time, and there's many cute moments where they lay on top of each other and touch each other. I react to a lot of cute Taehyung moments on my Patreon if you want to take a look, a link down below. And there's even theories of more quote-unquote sexual moments where Taehyung would supposedly look at Jungkook's crotch, and people would take these moments to show that Taehyung was attracted to a man. There's other moments where Taehyung was on a reality TV show or talk show and watched this woman exercise. I mean, he was also doing it, but people were claiming that he was staring at her butt. I mean, she looks great. We'd all probably look. But while I don't doubt Taehyung was looking at this beautiful woman, he was also trying to mimic the exercise. So he could have been looking at the form to make sure he was doing it correctly. But let's be honest, he's a dude and was probably looking at the butt. He has had moments where he would flirt with girls or send kisses, and this doesn't mean much either because gay men can still flirt with women, but it seems fairly obvious that he can be attracted to girls. And stories of his past love life in school seem to revolve around girls. But then other people like the idea of Taehyung being shipped with men, and other members of the group that they like to talk about this idea that Taehyung could be bi and attracted to men too. It's definitely a possibility. I do think a lot of men would be okay to some degree having some sort of gay thing with another man or their male friends. There's men who are 100% straight and way over on that side of the spectrum and would never think anything about it. But I think a lot of other guys are somewhere on the scale, and I've even heard some gay men say that they would possibly date certain women, but their typical preference is men. So I think all of that is very fluid. I'm very into human sexuality, and this is just my opinion. As to whether BTS or any of these K-pop idols are queer, we have to wait and see. They may or may not feel comfortable coming out yet, but I hope videos like this or videos that talk about sexuality become more prevalent in K-pop. They will start to realize it's not a big deal and come out. If they see comment sections like here on this channel that will support and love BTS no matter what, I hope that makes them feel happy. But regardless of whatever Taehyung is, I think he will have a lot of kids, whether adopted or maternally. I think it's great that he wants a big family, and obviously he can support 5 kids if he were to have them. He would be able to spoil and really support each and every one. Isn't it really weird to think that maybe 10 years from now we are going to get pictures and videos of Taehyung or BTS members coming out of the hospital with a baby? And it's not photoshopped by me. I'm kidding. A lot of the photos I find are already on Google. You armies do such an amazing job with Photoshop already. So I guess it won't be a huge shock because we are kind of manifesting a big and nice family for Taehyung already. I think there is a possibility that at at least one of the members of BTS are queer, just due to how big the group is. But I hope it's more freely talked about like it is in the American entertainment industry. There's so many famous gay people now, and back then it was definitely taboo, and even kissing the same gender would have gotten you blackballed in Hollywood. I think some of the older millennials might remember this. Adam Lambert and even Miley Cyrus got into several scandals for quote-unquote kissing the same gender, and there was a big scandal with Britney and Madonna at the VMAs. Now, we don't know the sexuality of Rosé from Blackpink, but I think she can admire a beautiful woman when she sees them. The internet was going crazy and even talking about how Rosé has been dating a woman after seeing her on a date with someone. Of course, we don't know if it's a romantic one. I don't really think it is, but this is what happened. Rosé was in New York, and I think the main reason she was there was due to the Met Gala, obviously. And then she also went to the YSL store, and people were taking pictures of her coming out of the store. And it looked like she met someone at the Met Gala and hit it off with them to have a good fun time with them. We don't know if she knew this person before the gala, but we see them hanging out after. I think it's so interesting how little security Rosé has going everywhere. And of course, now that Rosé was at the gala, I think she has become a household name, and paparazzi are specifically following her. There was this restaurant that Rosé was at, and the picture of Rosé and an actress named Talia Ryder were at dinner together. And you can see them talking and having fun. It didn't look like anything romantic. They didn't kiss each other or touch each other. It seemed platonic. And it seemed like at the very least, it was a networking thing. Although it wouldn't make sense to network with each other. They're both in the same industry, but doing different things. And I don't see that Rosé would be interested in acting anytime soon. So it seems like they just enjoy each other's company. Also, my theory as to why I think Blackpink got integrated in American culture so quickly was probably because they could do things like this. They could go to these events and talk with actresses and other singers and be friends with them. And of course, artists share each other's connections, and sooner or later at celebrity parties, you hear names like Rosé from Blackpink was nice and she would love to be on your show or come to your birthday party. And this is something that if you don't really speak English, it would be much more difficult to have connections with these celebrities like that. Also, I personally felt Asian men receive way more racism than Asian women do. At the very least, Asian women have been seen as attractive and pretty in American culture, where Asian men have been completely emasculated here. I think it's so important for people to get to know each other, especially in this industry. It's important to have friends in your industry so you can, of course, move up, but also just have people you can talk to about issues. Like if my wifey Blackpink came up to me to complain about the paparazzi, I can try to emphasize and understand that that can be tough, but I can't relate. Obviously, if they had someone who does the same thing, or even people who are more popular and famous, they'd be able to share stories and maybe even tricks and solutions they have for situations like that. Whereas the most I can say is, well, just ignore them. And that's not really effective, right? If it's a big part of your day-to-day and one wrong move from your simple trip to see a movie can end up on a headline and your career is over, it becomes difficult to just ignore that. But I'm glad to see Rosé having fun in America. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check that out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't really post on here due to copyright or getting taken down and all that. So you can definitely go over there and check it out. You can get videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things you like to see over there. Currently, we have over 400 videos that are already up on there on that channel. So if you want to go over there and check that out, and we also have a great time having fun and interacting with each other over there as well. So link in the top of the description down below for that. There's also a video over there that kind of goes over how you can support this channel even more if you would like to do that. That video is on the front page. And with that said, there are 2 videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.